Hello everyone, my name is Eli Wools, and today, on Saturday, October the 5th, we will be going through the Power Clean progression. The efficacy behind the Power Clean is that it optimizes power development through promotion of neuromuscular adaptations, such as motor recruitment, due to high-speed strength protocols. The Power Clean is a complex multi-joint movement that requires timing and coordination, and as such, correct form should be emphasized before adding additional weight. This exercise primarily involves the hip, knee, shoulder, and elbow joints, and as such, the wide range of muscles used include the quadriceps, hamstrings, glutes, rectus abdominis, biceps brachii, trapezius, latissimus dorsi, and erector spinae. The Power Clean operates primarily through the frontal and sagittal plane due to extension of the knee and hip while concurrently performing abduction of the shoulder. No spotters are necessary through this exercise, as the weight is usually ditched in front of the body if unable to move. Also, another individual on the platform may just increase the risk of injury. The first progression is the kettlebell swing. The kettlebell swing uses the same hip hinge or hip extension movement that is exhibited during the Power Clean. However, the kettlebell swing is also far safer than the Power Clean, as the weight is not loaded onto the shoulders. The kettlebell swing still allows the possibility to load the hips with heavy weight, though. The kettlebell swing primarily operates through the sagittal plane due to hip and knee extension, while shoulder flexion occurs due to the momentum acquired. Because of the knee and hip extension, this exercise primarily targets the glutes and hamstrings. Also, with this exercise, spotters are not necessary. Common cues for the kettlebell swing may include shoulder blades retracted, shoulders over toes when hinging backwards, pop hips during hip extension, and relaxed arms to tether the weight. The second progression is the deadlift. This exercise is the first pull experienced in the Power Clean. The deadlift usually allows the possibility to load more weight than on an actual Power Clean. However, velocity-based transfers should be considered. A heavy weight that can still be moved quickly should be the goal. The deadlift operates in the sagittal plane due to knee, hip, and lumbar extension. Because of this triple extension, the primary muscles used are the quadriceps, glutes, hamstrings, erector spinae, and trapezius. No spotters are necessary for this exercise. Common cues for the deadlift include tall, tight back, shoulder blades pinched together, drive the hips forward, and supinate the hands across the bar. Because deadlifts may still be quite complex for a novice athlete or individual, I will now include a regression within the regression. Rack pulls are the same movement and operate in the same plane. However, they allow manipulation of the range of motion by adjusting the safety bar height. It may be heightened to decrease the range of motion and allow an easier pull, or lowered to become more comfortable with an actual deadlift. No spotters are necessary for this exercise, and the same cues may be incorporated as for the deadlift. The third progression is the hang high pull. This exercise is the combination of the second pull with concurrent hip and knee extension. The hang high pull operates in the sagittal and frontal plane due to knee and hip extension while also performing abduction of the shoulder. Due to the hip and knee extension, shoulder abduction, and elbow flexion, the primary muscles used in this exercise are the glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, trapezius, biceps brachii, erector spinae, and deltoids. This exercise may be used to target the second pull if this phase is proven to be problematic in the Power Clean. No spotters are required for this exercise. Common cues of the hang high pull include full hip extension, big pull while driving the elbows up, keep the bar close to the body, and explosive movement. Progression 4 is the front squat clean hold. The front squat clean hold allows the individual or athlete to get accustomed to the catching phase of the Power Clean. This exercise operates in the sagittal plane due to knee and hip extension, with an isometric hold of elbow and shoulder flexion. The front squat clean hold targets the rectus abdominis, glutes, hamstrings, and quadriceps. For this exercise, a spotter may be present to help keep the elbows parallel to the ground throughout. Common cues for the front squat can include keep the elbows up, chest out, and tight back. Knee and hip extension transfer. Hip and knee extension occurs during the power clean, which implies that exercises involving knee and hip extension could have a positive transfer to the power clean. Common exercises that involve this double extension may include squat and squat variations, lunges, or leg press. Extension of the knees and hips primarily target the glutes and quadriceps, while hamstrings act as synergists. Training considerations. Individuals should be aware of intensities and velocities that would promote the greatest power transfers to this exercise. Higher velocities and higher loads lead to a higher motor recruitment, which emphasizes the necessity of determining a heavy weight that may still be lifted explosively. Because this exercise is meant to target the PCR system, a low rep scheme of 1 to 3 reps might be more beneficial due to longer rest periods between sets, allowing the repletion of energy substrates while concurrently using a heavier load than an individual would use for a set of 8 to 5.